G'day. This is a run through of how I sampled the old upright piano behind me. It was my mum's and hadn't really been played for 20 years. But I put it into my back room and given it a tune, fixed up some of the pads and I've sampled it, and which is available on the Pianobook website. So enjoy. Okay. So the first step, of course, is to get your piano sorted. I had to do a little bit of tuning. As I said before, it hadn't been played for 20 years. So I did a bit of tuning and cleaning up some of the felt pads and the like. Some of them were loose, fallen off. I got it ready for recording, and I put a little bit of dampening around the piano so that the mics wouldn't pick up so much of the room sound, because it's a pretty bright room where the piano is. Then I set up two mics. I used the Rode NT1A. Not the greatest mics, they're pretty good, but they're the only large condensers I have where I've got two. And you really should use the same mics for both ends of the piano. If they're different, they will sound a little bit different. So I used two of those. I placed them about a foot off the strings of the piano. One picking up the lower register and one picking up the high end. They're both cardioid by default. So you really are trying to just capture the sound of the strings. When you play the note, you keep the sustain pedal down so the note rings out. Pianobook has a pretty good guide to how to do this as well, and that's essentially was the template that I used to start with. And you really only recorded 12 notes. You use the cycle of fifths that they recommend, and you start off with the low C0 and you run 12 notes up to F6. I've only done a single velocity layer to date, but I've got 4 round robins of that velocity layer, and I haven't done any recording of pedal noises and the like. I've simply my first go at it, so I've kept the scope under control. 1 velocity layer, 4 round robins, using the cycle of fifths for the note size to play. So that was the recording phase. Now we'll go into Pro Tools, and I'll quickly show you what I've done to the individual notes, and wrap it up from there. So you can see where I've recorded the individual notes in this one long file that I've then, this top row, that I've then marked off for the individual notes. Ensure I've got the 4 I want for each note, and then you can, down day 2, you can see where I've then separated them into the 4 separate notes, and then drag them into a new track for each one. Now I've kept them all to the same length. So rather than let the note ring out for its full duration, I've kept it to the 10-second length. I know some notes will finish earlier than that and some will go longer, but I've chosen to just keep them all the same length. It's not really going to be a common scenario where I'm going to need more than 10 seconds. In terms of processing, I've done, it's quite simple. I just run them all into a mix bus. I do a little bit of EQ to take out the lows, and then there's a bit of a dip at around 380 to clean them up from an EQ perspective and not give too much low mids and low end build up when you're playing multiple notes at the same time. And then a little bit of tape saturation to finish it off, and an overall level boost. I mean, that's minus 4 dB, and that's probably as loud as any of them get. I don't treat them differently. I treat them all the same, so they all go through the same processing, so that it's representative of the keyboard in the end. I bounce those out and bundle them up in the decent sampler package for distribution. Yeah. So that's it. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all of those sorts of things. I'm going to be doing some more on some of the other sample packs I've done for Pianobook. So don't forget to check those out. Thanks. See you another time.